airplane and stickman. So I am the yellow person Mola. So we are gonna be hearing that again. So my friend.
Welcome to Wealth with God. Please enjoy this message from Jim Baker. God wants you to prosper.
Let's start off with a little quiz because everybody loves pop quizzes, don't they? This brings back all those good memories from high school, just the best parts of high school. All right, here it is. What is God's will concerning finances? A, not enough. B, just enough. Or C, more than enough. Okay, if it's A, then he lied because he said he'd be our provider. If it's B, then he's cruel to ask us to give generously, and scriptures like 2 Corinthians 9, 8, and 11 could never be true, which we'll look at here in just a second. The answer is C because it's right in his name. El Shaddai means the God of more than enough or the God of infinite supply. Listen, gang, if you don't know God's will concerning prosperity, you're never going to have faith to believe him for what he paid for. How can you have faith if you're not even sure if God's agreeing with you? So we're going to have to take some time to remove some weeds and plant some good seeds in the garden of your heart. Listen, if the enemy can get you to have 5% doubt, you know what you're going to do? You're going to focus on that 5% doubt. You're going to be thinking about that. And here's what doubt is. Doubt disqualifies you. It's to judge oneself as outside of that promise. In other words, yeah, that's true for other people, but it's not true for me. What's the Bible say? You must believe and not doubt. So faith is like a team of horses that's pulling you towards the promise. Doubt is like a team of horses that's pulling you away. And he says what we're going to do is we're going to snip that cord today because it just takes a mustard seed-sized faith to see mountains move if you remove the doubt. So we're going to have to remove some of those doubts today. So let me just share briefly just kind of how I got into this subject. So Mary and I, we came to this church in 2008. There was already a supernatural flow into the church. It's a real prophetic stream. And we just began going after healing. And I don't know how else to describe it other than an all-out ballistic assault. How many of you were here in 2008 when we just came? And so God bless you. Yes. Many blessings to you. and for the grace for our first 10 years of ministry of learning and mistakes and treating you like lab rats. So God bless you. I'm so glad for you. But we've just seen awesome breakthroughs in healing. God said, go after it, and so we went after it. And so we have seen blind eyes from birth opened up. We've seen deaf ears. We've seen people without the organs to hear actually have the organs physically created so that they could hear. Oh, by the way, these miracles I'm talking about are in Columbus. They're not just in Africa. Aren't you guys glad that God does miracles in our city and not just for missionaries? We've had creative miracles where missing body parts grew back. Actually, this pulpit used to be a walker. There was a man who had cancer in his femur, and he had to have it replaced with a titanium